Hello and welcome to a Game Pit podcast pit stop for Fightlings, the card game from Thoughtfish. In Fightlings, two opponents are going to be battling each other using decks they've created of 17 cards from either the Vitality or the Solidity faction. The main mechanism of the game is to flip over 3 cards on your turn and attempt to make matches. For example, if you match a pair from your own side, they're going to come into play for you and help you in combat moving forward. If you match a pair from the other side, you're going to score a couple of VP according to the value of the monster, and they're going to have it in play and you're going to get an extra flip. These creatures are going to be able to attack at the beginning of turns. You can choose to block and creatures might take damage, and in that case they might get destroyed, or if the player chooses not to block, they might lose health. If ever they go down to 0 health, then their opponent has won the game. As each creature is unveiled, they're going to have effects during the game, something as simple as scoring victory points, for example, or they might be able to buff other creatures in play, give them extra attacks. It might come along as a peek, which will let you, let's have a look at this one, look at cards to give you some information for moving forward in the game. There are other sort of lingering effects. This creature, for example, if you attack it, will put poison on the opposition. You have other things such as champions in the game. Now, champions are going to give you effects every time you unveil one of those pairs of the other team. They might give you buffs on your creatures, or they might give you victory points every time you make a pair. Not all cards require that you find a pair though. For example, there are souls. This one's going to help you deal damage. This one is going to let you score VP if you choose to. There's also the 35th card, which is a wild card, which is different in every game. This one allows you to discard VPs to regain health, for example. If there are no cards left at the end of the game, players are going to add up their victory points, and that's the tokens they've been able to collect, as well as the value of the creatures they still have in play. If a player ever gets 10 victory point tokens at once, then you're going to do the same scoring, and the player with the most points has won the game. That was a Game Pit podcast pit stop for Fightlings. Subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Subscribe to the Game Pit podcast for more in-depth coverage of games. And this pit stop has not been paid for.